Endless blocks of high-rise buildings where no one has ever lived. Abandoned amusement parks where no one has ever had fun. Empty giant malls where nothing was ever bought. Deserted theaters and museums where there were no audiences. Wide avenues with no cars going by. On Google Maps, photo of huge empty cities connected by a network of empty roads. Some cities are built in the most weather-prone areas of China. What is it? A strategic mistake of country's authorities? A grandiose bloated bubble in the real estate market? Or calculated for years ahead secret plans known only to China? It all looks like a giant movie set for the filming of a sci-fi movie in which a neutron bomb explosion or a virus completely destroys people. But skyscrapers and stadiums and parks and roads have remained completely untouched. Since 2000, China has been building more than 20 new modern cities every year. But they remain uninhabited today. That's over 64 million empty houses, not apartments. In 2010, Chinese media reported that China's gas grid monitored in 6 months electricity consumption in 660 cities and found zero readings on electricity meters of 65 million apartments had zero readings, which means no one lives there. Those apartments are enough to house more than 200 million people. There are predictions that the beginning of a large-scale offensive operation along the entire China-Russian border and landing in the north of Russia will culminate in a complete quick victory for China and the tearing away of Russian territory as far as the Ural Mountains. Once all the territory up to the Urals is conquered, Russians will be deported beyond the Urals or exterminated. There is no judgment on winners. The Chinese army counts 2 million soldiers, and it has the potential to put up to 208 million well-armed and trained soldiers in the event of hostilities. Business Insider published a series of photos of these Chinese ghost towns. None of them show any cars. Every year China increases its military budget that is now $78 billion, and the hidden part of it could be another 30 to 40% of that amount. Chinese army and navy are equipped with the most modern weapons. China has been building concrete-based broadband roads for many years towards Russia's borders. They can withstand the load of heavy military equipment, and according to what military experts say, Chinese army will be in Khabarovsk in 2 to 3 hours from the start of military operations. There are predictions that the beginning of a large-scale offensive operation along the entire China-Russian border and landing in the north of Russia will culminate in a complete quick victory for China and the tearing away of Russian territory as far as the Ural Mountains. Once all the territory up to the Urals is conquered, Russians will be deported beyond the Urals or exterminated. There is no judgment on winners. The Chinese army counts 2 million soldiers, and it has the potential to put up to 208 million well-armed and trained soldiers in the event of hostilities. So what are empty cities for? Beijing blatantly demonstrates that it is not afraid of nuclear war. Nuclear warheads are the only weapon modern Russia has left over from the Soviet Union which can somehow deter Chinese aggression. Underneath all these cities are built underground shelters designed to hold hundreds of millions of people. Beijing gives the notion of Moscow and Washington that it's quite prepared for nuclear war. Underground shelters are known to be the most effective protection against nuclear explosions and their damaging effects, like the shock wave, penetrating radiation, light radiation, and radioactive contamination. Today, China is the only country seriously prepared to enter any war, both conventional and nuclear. And Putin is doing everything he can to make sure that eastern part of Russia falls into Chinese possession as soon as possible.